Hello, welcome to Ray's Dragon's Lair. Well, this is more of a garage than a dragon's lair, but I have dragons and they're in here, so we can call it a dragon's lair. This isn't where I make my dragons. I make my dragons there in the dining room, but you can't make dragons in the lair, you just got to keep them in the lair. But welcome to Ray's Dragon's Lair. I know I've had a channel up for a while now, and I haven't made an intro video, so I decided to get all my stuff together, drag it out into the lair, and make a video for you guys. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a retired Air Force vet. I retired after 22 years and got a job, and one day I was going through YouTube and I came across a channel of a guy that shows videos of him making paper mache dragons. Dan Reeder of Gourmet Paper Mache. And I was like, those are so cool. And I wanted one of those dragons. But he wasn't selling the ones that I wanted. But I came across on his website that he has a book that shows you how to make these things. So I bought his book and tried it myself to see if I can make a dragon as good as Dan. And this is my first attempt at making one of these dragons. This guy right here. This is my first dragon I made. I think it came out alright. I've learned a lot since then. I made the teeth out of white polymer clay when you should use translucent, and they come out a lot better if you use translucent. They look more realistic. And I think it came out alright. I like the way it came out, but once you start doing this, it's addicting. Once you see that you can do cool things like this, you want to do more. And I went on to make this guy right here. He's made him, he's a little bigger than the first guy, but I like the way this guy came out. Still, again, I wish I would have used translucent for the teeth, but I think the teeth came out pretty good. But after making a couple dragons, I started filming my process. On my third dragon, I figured I wanted to try and post some videos up on the channel, which I did, and you guys started watching them. And thank you for that, and I really appreciate it. I think it's really awesome. And a lot of you guys have asked me questions and say that you were inspired by my work, which I think is really awesome also. Thanks a lot for that. Thanks for following me. I got a lot of other things in the works. I got this guy I'm working on. It's kind of a Predator-esque looking thing on this one. I wasn't sure where I was going with that. I got a couple more in the works, like this guy here. Got another one over there. I got another version of Drogon I'm working on. I think this one will be Viserion, because I did the blue mouth and the blue eyes. I also sell my stuff on Etsy. I'll put a link to Etsy in the comments below, maybe at the end of the video, a little link inside the video itself. But things like this guy, these two, they're all out there on Etsy if you wanted to buy one of my creations. As I said, the Dragon's Lair, there's a lot of dragons in it, but I also make some other things that I've started out on. I make weird things like this guy here, this flesh plant looking guy. Came across one of the things that looked like this on Instagram, and I thought, wow, that's really awesome. I need to try one of those and see if I can make it. I think I did a pretty good job on it. It came out alright. Not sure how I'd ship this though, because it is a little fragile and he's kind of slobbery. And the other thing I've started out with, I've posted my bipolar bear. Well, I found and made another one. This one's my nightmare. I came across a white stuffed horse at the flea market, and I knew there was a demon inside of it. So I found it and let it free. This is what he looks like outside of his shell. I think he came out alright. Pretty good. Well, I did film my process of making that guy, and I will be compiling a video and putting it out there. I also compile and make videos of things I've learned while making these dragons. Some things I do differently from Dan Reeder. Dan is the best place you need to go to find out how to make these dragons, but there are a couple things I do a little differently that I found out as I was making them that work better for me, and I'll share those with you. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you guys come along for the ride as I'm making some dragons, and share it out if you will. And those of you that like making dragons, I'd like to see your work. Either post me a link or send me a message so I can see what you've done. I really would like to see how I've helped you. Um, Thanks, and you'll be hearing more from me. So I added a freeze frame here, and I'd like to transition it. I'd like to show you my workspace as I goofily walk off the set there, or my garage, the lair. So this is my work area, or as my wife calls, the dining room. So there's some of my creatures on the wall there. There's my dragon by the front door. And this is a storage area where I keep my dragons in work, and some of them they're done. And my amazing work area. I've been kicked off the dining room table, and I got another table to work on. I always wondered what people's work areas look like when they create art. Well, here's a brief glimpse into my area I work on. See you next time.